Hey everybody, it's Positive Benzo Withdrawal, and I have a topic today. Um, First, I'll check in. I am in my week stretch before my period, which is generally the best week out of the month, which is what I'm noticing in the setback. When the symptoms like decline, I'm positive it's because estrogen, which is an excitatory hormone, is lower. Um, so I'm having a little bit of a break from symptoms. I still have them, but they're just not as like acute as sometimes they can be. So I'm sitting here. I got a little bit dressed today because I was supposed to have a group starting, a DBT skills group, but the instructor didn't send me the link, and I've been on the phone trying to get the link, and I'm just like, oh well, I'm trying to roll with it a little bit, but I am a little disappointed, I have to say. I guess I'll start next week. So, my topic today is about advice, giving advice to people in benzo withdrawal and taking advice from people in benzo withdrawal. Um, this is something that obviously is rampant in the community because we don't have a lot of answers and we are looking everywhere for solutions to all these insane symptoms. We look online, we look at the Ashton manual, we're looking, we hire benzo coaches, we go to the doctors all the time, no one's finding anything wrong with us, so we just don't know what to do. And it creates a state of panic. I mean, I know for myself it has, because I'm just like, what am I supposed to do with all these symptoms? How do I alleviate suffering? And as humans, that's what we want. Like, we're in pain, we want to alleviate suffering, and we're normally able to like take an Advil or take a pill, and we can't do that. I mean, even for some people, they can't take supplements, or they have to be very cautious of what they eat. And so we're sitting in all this pain and we want to alleviate the pain. And, somebody might find something that works for them, and they want to share what worked for them because they got some, their pain alleviated, and they want to let everybody else know, like, hey, this supplement worked for me. Or if I walk 3 miles a day, that's like helped my nervous system. And so they'll go and share and talk about it. And of course, people are like, okay, I'm going to try that because that worked for you. Let me try it. So this is where I want to caution everybody and just say, first of all, I totally get it if you want to give advice. You want to help people. That's totally appropriate. I think that you need to be cautious. It's your mileage may vary. We are all so different. Like, I am a redhead with freckles. Are you a redhead with freckles? Even if you were, do you have my genetic makeup? I mean, we are so different. Are you a woman? Are you, specific? Like, we are so different. We are snowflakes. And everybody is just going to respond and react to benzo withdrawal in a different way. So to say, I tried this diet, and people want to say, like, I tried keto and keto totally alleviated my symptoms, you should try keto. Now another person tries keto and they're like in acute, right? Somebody says, I tried whole foods plant-based, I went vegan and it really helped my symptoms. Another person becomes vegan and they're like at the worst they've ever been. Somebody might say, I did melatonin and that helped me sleep. I personally do melatonin and it does help me sleep. I've been taking melatonin for like 20 years, though. I can't really sleep without it. It's crazy. Somebody else will try melatonin and they're like in a wave, and like a 2-week long wave. So you get the drift. And we see this with like CBD, medical marijuana. We see this with exercise. I was recently told last week, by somebody who's a loving dear friend who's also in a setback. At 6 months, he started to do heavy duty lifting and exercise, and it really helped him. And he was encouraging me to do that. And I was like, well, I know myself really well. Clearly, I've been doing this for a while, and I know that if I overexert and have too much adrenaline in my body, I'm going to be down for the count for the next few days. So for me, that's not something that I want to do. Now, if I didn't know myself so well, I might go out and try it and, find out the hard way. So everybody has good intentions, but I would just really caution you to, now, this is my advice, of course, this is my opinion, but I would caution everybody to find your own way and test things out like in little droplets. Like if somebody mentions try cherry juice, sure, but maybe like try a little bit of it, or like a vitamin D supplement or a vitamin C. Try a little bit of it. A friend of mine was really going off on how great coffee enemas were for her, and she's like constantly doing coffee enemas, and they totally work for her. I tried it and felt horrible. So my issue is when people tout this miracle cure for benzo withdrawal and they say, oh, well, this has helped me and I'm getting so much better. This is the answer. And that is problematic because if there was a cure for benzo withdrawal, believe me, we would all be doing it. We would. If it was one size fits all and everybody did a coffee enema and everybody felt better, we would all be doing coffee enemas, believe me. But we are different. So just because somebody goes back to work and they're like, going back to work is what really saved me, doesn't mean everybody's ready to go back to work. Just because somebody pushes through symptoms and goes for long walks and they can get away with it, doesn't mean that everybody's ready to push through symptoms. And don't judge yourself. That's the other thing too, is like, I know I felt some shame, a little bit of shame, like, God, I should be able to push myself more and do more. It's not where my body's at. It's just not. Like, I've been able to do it in the past, in different phases of withdrawal, and I can't do it now. I can do what I can do, and you can do what you can do. So take everything with a grain of salt. Take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. Don't subscribe to programs that say, take all these supplements and you're going to get better. I think there's one out there, I don't even know if it still exists, that was like all these supplements, and just go easy and be gentle with your body. Some people say you have to heal your gut and that's the only way you're going to heal. A lot of people have been on benzos who've eaten McDonald's and heal. I'm not saying you should eat McDonald's. I'm just saying that you're different. We are all different. Some people may heal their gut and find that they are, or whatever does this mean, heal your gut? That's a whole other conversation. Okay. Some people will take probiotics and fermented food and do a bunch of supplements, clean up their diet and feel better. Doesn't mean that you have to do that, or that if you do that, you will also get better. And if that all sounds confusing, I understand, because then we go, well, then what? What do we do? One, I think time. I know that for myself, my symptoms have changed with time. A lot of symptoms have gone away with time. Weird things that popped up in my body, I no longer have, like my leg that just stopped working and then started working again a year later. I didn't do anything. I really didn't. I mean, I helped myself with the pain by sleeping on pillows and like not dancing and walking more, but it went away. Food allergies have gone away. A lot of things have just gone away with time. Like all of my post-infectious IBS that I had from the antibiotic, it's gone. I don't have gut issues anymore. Everything's working just fine. So do we need a little help sometimes? Sure, we might need a little help sometimes. But time is a big one. I think it's a big factor. Taking really good care of yourself and listening to your body. Like, what does your body need? What does it want? If you find that you're reacting to a certain food, don't eat that food. I did keto. You can look at my videos from the beginning of post-taper. I still had a horrible crash. I still had a setback, and I did keto. So keto didn't prevent my body from going through windows and waves and having setbacks. It didn't do that. Gave me some energy, maybe a little too much energy. I tried being vegan, and it didn't work for me at all. Talk about GI discomfort. Oh, I was really bad. And Hey, I was raised with a vegan mom. My mother is a physician and vegan. I know how to be vegan. I was vegan in my 20s. It's not like I did it wrong. It just didn't work for me. Um, it might totally work for you. Keto might totally work for you. What I eat that works for me may not work for you. I think you get the drift. So let's just be good to ourselves through this process. It is a hard and difficult journey. It is grueling, and I'm fully expecting that I will get my period, and then 3 days in, as my progesterone just crashes and my estrogen starts to peak, I will most likely go back into a wave. And that's kind of the way it's been for me. It's probably going to be that way until I get out of withdrawal. Sucks. But be gentle. I got to be gentle. You be gentle. Let's be gentle together. All right, y'all, stay good and be nice in the comments, and I will talk to you later.